Okay, I don't think that I've ever been quite as frustrated as I am with any of these deliveries. Just got out of the store after buying my own self some groceries, but I delivered an order before this, and it was supposed to be 41 minutes, and I was like, why is it so far? It wasn't going that many miles, and it was on an app that is not that popular, and I hardly ever use it. And then when I was thinking about it, anytime I use it, there's a problem. Seriously, there's a problem anytime I use it. Not caused by me, nope, but there'll be a problem. Like this one, I get to the, okay, I see you there, but I get to the restaurant, okay. Took way too long to get to the restaurant, as it was, because there was an accident, and there was a police officer, and I had to go to a detour. Luckily, I knew where I was going, and get to the restaurant, and they're short-staffed. Never knew the restaurant was there. Never even heard of it. They were short-staffed, and I was going from better go back this way. I was going from Allen, Texas, all the way to the southern part of Plano, Texas, which is quite a bit. And apparently, the mileage I was told, the time I was told, wrong. And anyway, the restaurant's short-staffed, okay? And I didn't know that short-staffed meant one person doing the job until I heard the woman. When I got there, I said, look, I had called in an order, and they said, you did what? And I kind of suspected something was going to be fishy with this. And these two women standing there, one of them, when I say short-staffed, one was the waitress, just one. But the other one, I guess she was the manager, I don't know what she was. But anyway, I said, yeah, I called it. I said, it was just a voicemail saying leave a message, and I left one, what I wanted to order, and I explained to them what I was doing and all this stuff. And she said, well, they both looked at one another and said, we don't even know that you could do that. We don't even know how to access our phone. Do we have a phone? Do we have a voicemail? No, I'm kidding. I said, how about I'll tell you the order and we get that done. I was really it was very, very, very nice and not sarcastic. But yeah, let's move it along, And so I took the order, and then at some point the office, I guess she was the manager, like I said, and the cook got into a big fight. I mean, a big argument fight. Because apparently the cook was a jerk, and he was being rude to the other two women. The other woman, I think she was like, she cleaned, I don't even know if she buffed the tables or not, but she didn't speak English. But anyway, I asked, finally I asked, I said, how do you think this is going to take? The woman told me another 10-15 minutes. And I don't know how there is no way to speak to someone over the phone for this app. And in the past, there was no way to, except for the last one, no way to text them because the app was all messed up. They hadn't completed what they needed to do to it. So I just said, okay, well, why not? It's very seldom I get any, offers at all anymore, and hardly ever from that one. And I'm going to say this in the long, not the whole of it. This is just some of the frustration. And anyway, so finally I decided to sit down. I almost fell on the bottom step it went up to a bar. And the office manager said, are you okay? You sure? I just hit my foot on it because it was a really tall step, and it doesn't look like one. It looks like a regular step. She said, I've actually fell on the floor on that step before. And I said, that's dangerous. It really was. It's like kind of like an optical illusion, in fact. But, and stepping down from it, it's like a hard step, boom. A hard landing, the bottom one. Anyway, so I would sit there and I wait, and then the waitress come out, at some point. I said, how long do you think it'll take? And she said 10 to 15 minutes. I said, oh, wow. She said, I'm trying to do the best I can. She's starting to take it out on me. Darling. No, you don't take it out on me. And I said, you need to chill. And I meant it, man. I said, don't just take stuff out on me. You need to chill. She didn't say anything. I'm not there to be somebody's punching bag. No way. I've been through that enough. In my life. People who think that they can treat me any way they want to. Why has everybody stopped? Who's going to go? Yeah, finally, somebody's going. But anyway, and I don't run out in front of people. See how fast that one went? I don't do that here. But anyway. Okay, so anyway, the manager or whatever she was really nice to me, and she sat next to me, and she was folding stuff, and we talked, chit-chat. So just, if I don't see her again, will you apologize for me? I said, I understand you're very busy. She said, yeah, we're just having so much going on. She kind of poured her problems out on me. That's fine. Just don't take your problems out on me. There's a difference. You can tell me all you want. I'll listen, usually. But once the order was there, I wanted out of there. It was kind of crazy, seriously. And it took so long, it really did. Probably 20 minutes or so. So there was an extra 20 minutes. Then the rest of the stuff was, the GPS they use is Google Maps, and I've seen this happen before, where just the other day a guy said, we were going to come looking for you because you were going all over the place. I said, yeah, it was the app, the Google Maps, and I think it was, yeah. And some of them, they do that. They just go weird. They all do Google Maps, I don't know. Google Maps, yeah. And just sending me round and round and round in circles, and I was about to call this woman. She had already been texting me and telling me this and telling me that, and she didn't care. She goes, I understand they're busy and they're understaffed, because I told her that. I texted her and let her know, the customer. And she started getting so demanding. She wanted it, right at the end of it, she wanted something done a different way. Her fruits, she wanted done a different way. That's that kind. And let me tell you, once the map started going over the place, she called me. Oh my goodness, yeah, I can just sum it all up as that she was trying every way in the world that she would get that meal for free. Seriously. And I think they'll probably, because it was the weirdest way the whole order was set up. And it said that it was a really high promise, okay, for the base pay, very high. And I can see why. She's a prom child. She's probably around my age, maybe a little bit younger, but definitely a prom child. Demanding, stomping her feet, and she was on the phone. I had to one time tell her, no, you need to listen to me. Or not that way. I said something like, no, you need to listen to what it's causing me, because she was saying, well, this is causing me so much problem, and and well, what about me? I said, I did not sign up for all this. And she was just being rude. I said, I didn't sign up for all this. Because she kept giving me the wrong direction. She called me to tell me the directions. She was giving me the wrong directions each and every time. She wanted that to be delayed. You see, because I said I was about to text her. She didn't want it in text. She wanted it over the phone. And she kept, so I wrote to them, after all of it, I sent the text I was going to before then, that this is ridiculous. Because there's so much more also with what she was saying, how she was behaving, all this stuff. And even when I got there and left it, and she was standing at the door watching me, creepy. She goes, well, thank you. She said my real name. And, thank you, real sarcastically. So I was videoing my time leaving there, and her voice was in that video. Her telling me that real sarcastically. Anyway, I wrote to them. I couldn't do the screenshot because it went away. Hello? Yeah, and once I finished, and they basically said, well, we're sorry for your trouble. It sounds like it was a lot of problems that were beyond my control, which was. And she said, I think it was a woman, and says, but if you care to deliver with us again, let us know if you have any more problems then. Well, I've had problems with every single one of them. Seriously, that was like the one that the guy, he was another delivery person, he thought, he come up and he put his phone against mine. I was just thinking about that last night. And I've had that happen twice. They put their phone real close to mine and no. And then something on my order disappeared. And then he tried somehow, some way, he was trying to get me to deliver his too because I was going to the same place. I'm not a sucker. Okay? And he thought he had one. But the whole thing of getting their phone, I was looking it up last night. How does that work? Can they do that? And it said yes. So, I was just doing that last night. But that one was a real big one. Real big problem. And then the one that I'm not used to delivering with that app, and I forgot my card. It was a festival going on in that mall, and there was a street festival, and there was only one way in, one way out. Basically, really, unless you knew the place, or if you had a map, which I did. But I couldn't get by. It was a Friday night, dinner time. Yeah, right. And it was awful, and I had to walk far. I've had to park in the wrong place, which I figured out later on. I thought it was the place for that restaurant. Then I had to walk downhill, uphill both ways. And the way it was kind of like that. And then I forgot my car, and I just canceled it. And they said, you can't do that. You can't cancel it like that. Well, I did anyway. I hardly ever use it. Like once every month or a few. So, but then they said that we'll transfer it to somebody else. Well, I wish them luck. I said, well, you might want to tell them that it's difficult because they're having an art festival right in the middle of it. And why don't they warn people of these things? Right. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. I only got one done. Only one. It's 1 o'clock. I think I left at 10. Seriously, 10 o'clock, I think it was. And I got that one done, but I did go and buy groceries. A little bit, but not much. I think it took me like 2 hours. It was supposed to take me 41 minutes. Right. Yeah, and I'm fairly certain this woman they knew she was bad. I'm pretty sure they did. And that she wanted free food. She probably has tried it every time. I want to see what they wind up paying me. Watch them say that they're going to take away that. It was going to be a good tip. She wanted free food and the tip back, probably. I'll let you know in another video, maybe.